Just eating.
Yeah,
is it on record?
What's that mean? Yeah. Go
What are you doing? Doing the
What's
work?
this? What's this?
You ready? Yeah, go on then.
Oh, that was impressive.
Must have done
that?
Is that what I thought it was?
Don't know.
Did that just happen?
No, I hope not.
I thought you fell over it. Ouch! God, that hurt. Well, good morning, Leicester. Welcome to another Sunday morning show, everybody. How are you,
Good morning. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, everybody.
What a delight that was.
That was, wasn't it?
A little chit chat with Jamesy.
It's funny when you ask someone to do something and come on the channel or just do, they're so keen, aren't they?
I cannot believe he said, "Do you want me to dance this week?"
We've had Jordan was overly keen. His
Yeah.
mum, dad, and family couldn't believe how keen he was to do. We just couldn't stop him, could we?
He was. To be fair, we took about three takes with Jordan's dancing, didn't we?
We had to cut it as well. We went about half an hour.
What was James doing on the floor?
No idea.
What is that?
I thought he was having a fit to start with.
I was like, he fell, and I was like, "Are you right?" Very good. So another busy week on the channel.
Yeah,
we've been at Mullion.
We have, yeah, with Wilbur, Coach Jamesy,
yeah,
and ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a good match, a good game, a good day. It was a long day, wasn't it?
Very long day, but always good.
Left the house, my house at 6 AM and walked back in just short of midnight because there was a crash, wasn't it, on the way home?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, with a slight detour.
Yeah, we had a big detour. So, but no, it was good. It was a really good day. The vlog was funny. It was good. It was.
Yeah.
We all hang around quite a lot together in the shop environment. It's nice. It's almost like a staff outing.
Well, I
isn't it?
think so, and that's what's really interesting when we read the comments and everything, and talking about like James, how he fits so well in with the crew and everything. We meet, certainly me, you, Will, and Jordan. Like we're with James every day, so we're all really really good friends, and we all hang out together quite a bit. So it was just like a normal day. But I think also just, you know, when you're on the golf course and playing amongst your mates, it's when you're relaxed.
It's natural.
It's natural.
I think that's how it works well with our vlogs. I enjoy them. Like when I've done vlogs or played golf in the past, and you're not playing with people that you know or people that you'd hang around with, it can be a bit awkward.
Well, I think
we're on good terms with everyone. We pick and choose who we play with, don't we, on the vlogs? And
the only reason we do that is purely because because it takes so long, and also you need to have some fun on there, and if people don't really know each other that well,
you don't know what boundaries you can push.
Correct.
You could say something.
Sorry, boys.
I didn't have any other choice. I need to grab it.
Oh, he turned up. He turned up.
Yeah.
Right?
No. It's Paul Becker.
The rod.
Yeah, please.
Why don't you just come in and interrupt our filming, James?
Sorry, sunshine.
Right, off you go. See you later. Nice to see you. Always a pleasure.
Again.
So Coach James has just walked back in.
He didn't. He just literally didn't even knock on the door. Straight in. Interrupted us, didn't he?
I could kind of caught him out the corner of my eye that he was right there, and he was looking and looking, and he just went for it.
So Jamesy is a great lad, but he is the most unorganised person I've ever met in my life.
Which we saw from the 7-iron incident.
Yeah, like turned up at Mullion without his 7-iron, and then proceeded to
me.
blame us.
Me.
Well, first of all aimed it at me, and then he was like,
picked his bag up and put it in the van for him.
Just so unorganised.
That is him.
He just come in and grabbed a GC quad because he needed it for a lesson, but
couldn't have grabbed it earlier.
No, obviously could have, but just didn't remember.
But he plays some proper golf. And he is a good golfer. It's actually the reason why James was a little bit nervous in the first hole, maybe the first 2 tee shots in the vlog, is because he hasn't picked up a golf club for such a long time, because he's been so busy with his coaching. You don't, do you? You just get so bogged down with your coaching that you just forget to play golf and actually hit balls.
I think as a golf pro, you have to look at, you know, it's a job, so you look at your best revenue avenue, and for him, he's dedicated to coaching. He's a very good coach. Yeah. So his playing has taken a bit of a back step as his coaching profile and as his diary is filled. Yeah. I'm not sure what your best avenue is.
I don't know. But I'm on the journey to find that avenue. But what, again, just with James, like he went over to my old university. So when James was growing up, I was looking after the Devon second team, which we talked about, and we were sat around for a match, and we were sat around the dinner table the night before one of the away matches. I took the lads out for something to eat. And he was telling me how he wanted to go to university in America. I had graduated probably 5 or 6 years before that, and he was struggling to get a place at a university out there because it can cost a lot of money if you don't get a decent scholarship. It's a lot of money, and you know it's hard for someone like James. So I contacted my old college, and he went out there and studied for 4 years at my old university, and he had one of the best times of his life, like I did, you know. So, and then when he graduated, he came back. He phoned me up. He said, "I don't know what to do now."
You're a bit of a mentor to people, aren't you?
And I said, "Well, there might be an opportunity within our setup here at Torquay." And so we got him in and trained him up as a PJ Pro, and now he's great. I mean,
he used to work in the shop, but we sort of soon found out that wasn't where his strength lied.
Not his strength. No, not his strength.
No. So
but you know, but he's doing something he loves now, and I just. I find it absolutely brilliant. Able to do that. A bit like you, really.
Yeah.
You do something you love.
Do I?
Repairs. Got you in the repair centre.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. We did joke about it, but I would say anybody who's getting into the golf industry, thinking about doing a PGA or any part of the golf, and find the area that you want to specialise in, because it is quite a broad range of things, especially doing your PGA. There's lots of aspects. Find what you're good at, find what you enjoy, and then focus solely on that. So I think too many people don't focus on that. They do a bit of everything, and you do a bit of everything and don't do it well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I've just looked up at your hat. Is that you keeping that hat in?
It's your hat.
I know it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. My hair's not really looking great, so I just whacked it on there.
Oh, you just had a haircut. You not just cut it.
Yeah, no. It's just windy and wet out there, and I've been running from the clubhouse back into the shop.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed one of your hats, and I thought I'd just do a bit of advertising for you.
Business. Yeah, it does look good. It looks good on that.
Thank you.
So this week on the show, we are at Harleyford.
Yeah.
I keep saying show, but it's the channel, really, isn't it? This week on the channel, we're at Harleyford Golf Club.
Yeah.
And, well, it was a long day. It was a great day. It's about a 3.5 hour drive from Torquay to Harleyford, which is up in Marlow on the way on, where is it? Just past Reading.
Yeah, just past Reading.
By the Thames, so we had to go over the Thames, didn't we?
Yeah, which was a bit tight.
Which was very tight.
The van didn't want to know, did it?
That bridge.
I wouldn't have got over for it.
A very old bridge. Yeah, you were in the passenger seat and you were panicking.
We got a black van, it nearly had a silver stripe.
So we are at Harleyford Golf Club because we're doing a practice round for Will's first Europro tour event. The video is in conjunction with Bushnell. So Bushnell have got involved in this video, and we've partnered up with them this year because the PGA Championship is going to be on later this week, which is the first time that PGA pros on the PGA Tour, which I'm assuming the PGA event is the PGA Tour, but they are allowed to use rangefinders, and being as Bushnell are number one on tour for rangefinders, they've got involved with us to talk about it a little bit, because obviously Europro, they can use rangefinders. So we're doing this video, which is very much a serious golf video. Me and you filming.
Different to what we normally do and how we've done it, but I think there's a lot people can take from it. It's quite educational. I mean, as a reasonable golfer, not a great golfer, but someone who in the past has played at a reasonable level, like Southwest level and etc. I picked up some valuable tips and some experiences from picking Paul's brains, and how he approaches tournament play at a higher level than what I've ever played at or likely to play at. So it's really good. I think.
And you're right, because when I'm editing it, I've taken over this one. I'm getting Jordan ahead for the thing, so I'm going to edit this one and get this one done. But it's going back through the edits. It's amazing what you take from it. I mean, Wilbur's still quite young. And Wilbur is, he's a confident person. Like, he's a confident guy when it comes to his golf. And is he 100% in the front? Does he look like he's taking on board what maybe Paul's saying to him? Probably not.
No.
However, I think subtly, quietly, I think he does listen to what kind of goes on. But because he's such a confident player, he wants to do it his way, which is great. And I think that's important to do that as well.
These little things, the little, that makes such a difference. You know, it can be half a shot off your score, and over 4 rounds, that's 2 shots, which is the difference between making a cut, missing a cut, or a difference between winning and coming second or third, isn't it? So, yeah, he just needs to add that little bit that Paul's got to his game, which is, you know, thinking about what he's doing, planning and preparing better than what he would probably have done previously when he was playing as a decent level amateur, or messing around on the West Region last year. So he needs that, and there's going to be guys that are going to be. He's going up a level, isn't he? He is. It's serious money to play on these events.
And what he's got is the speed and the power.
Oh yeah, he's got. I mean, I don't want to put him under too much pressure, and he didn't play necessarily as well as he would have liked to have in the vlog, because it was more about, you know, other aspects of it. But he's got the course. So he's got the game for that course. Yeah. I think personally,
he suits it perfectly.
I think he suits that tour. As well.
I think he suits. I think his game is going to suit tour life.
Yeah, 100%.
If he can, because you've got to be long, you've got to have a bit of game about you, a bit of short game. He's got a bit. He's got what I think he's got what you need. Yeah. It's just fine tuning and those little, you know, crossing the T's off and dotting the I's and stuff, isn't it? Putting himself around good players, experienced players, is only going to help his game. I remember growing up, and me and you would have done it. Yeah. There was one particular player at Churston who was the best. He was an England international, Bob Knott. He was such a good player, and I just tried to play with him as much as I could, and play with better players. Because you're only going to get better from learning from those people.
He was the most professional amateur I've ever met.
Unbelievable.
Like, always immaculately turned out with the way he looked. Yeah. You know, everything was clean, tidy, everything pressed and ironed. Yeah. Like, he looked like he was going to win, and he did. He used to win a lot.
He won a lot, yeah.
But he'd turn up, and that would, half the people would be like, "Oh, look at what he looked like." You know?
I know. Well, he's got one. He's
a
one-up start,
aren't he? Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
But we also caught up with the course manager there at Harleyford before we teed off, and I know it was a bit breezy, but we managed to catch up with Craig Earnshaw, who's the head greenkeeper, or course manager is the kind of modern words for these guys. But so we caught up with him, and we had a little chat with him, which I wanted to share with you, which is a little bit about Harleyford Golf Club and how he kind of works his team around the golf course and the facility. Craig, course manager, Harleyford Golf Club. Is that your job title?
That is my job title, yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about this estate. Number one, how big is it? How much have you got to look after?
We've got about 400 acres altogether, and that's from a marina, a golf course, and lodges, holiday lodges. I think there's about 90 something lodges on the estate.
Yeah. So quite a bit of maintenance required.
Yeah, there's a lot of area to maintain. Yeah, a lot of grass to cut. A lot of there are some woodland areas that take the maintenance out a little bit, but the actual golf course is about 160 acres.
So a lot of people think about golf. They think about links golf courses, heathland courses, parkland courses. What would you sort of class this course as?
So this is chalk downland golf course. So there are some trees on this, so some of it lends itself to a little bit of a wooded parkland, but the majority of it is a chalk downland. So you know, it's dry and firm and quick in the summer. So.
I was going to say, and in the summertime it does dry out because you're quite high up here, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah, it dries out, but that, you know, in the winter it's good because you know, we're pretty dry in the winter as well. So you know, sort of in the winter pretty dry, and in the summer, you know, we're pretty desert-like.
So primarily a members club, but you've got the Europro event here.
Yeah, it's you know, it's members club. It's not owned by the members. It's a proprietary golf club. We do have a large membership, and the focus is absolutely 100% on members. However, we do have the Europro, and I think the members see that as a bonus for them as well, because it's a great event for us to you know, to get the course up to a good standard for.
Yeah, so. And it's great to showcase it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
From your point of view as a course manager, to actually see your product, should we say, on camera. being highlighted by great golfers and hitting great shots into your golf courses, it must be really quite nice.
It's the pinnacle, yeah. It's what you want as a course manager. You want, we always strive for, to maintain for either a pro-am or that sort of event. And then as soon as we got to having a pro-am, a Europro, it is the pinnacle of what we're going to try and get the course up to for the year. So.
And tell me about the setup for the Europro. Obviously, we've come up here today, have a little practice round for Will, who's going to be playing in his first event, which will be here this week. Tell me about how you've had to set this course up. Is there anything different that you've had to do? Have the PGA got involved and things like that?
Yeah, to be honest, the PGA are really, because there's so many people in the event, they try and get people around as fast as they can. So where I thought it was going to be effing off the back tees and really hard, and it doesn't turn out like that. They're trying to get the golf round as quick as they can and stop slow play. That's the big thing that the PGA seem to ask for. So.
That's a bit of a surprise because I think about the European Tour where they're very much firming it up, firm up the greens, get them off the back tees, really trick up the golf course, whereas you're saying for the Europro it's slightly different to that.
Yeah, they asked us to to slow greens down. Especially our greens are so undulating, if they have too fast, the rounds can go into sort of like 5-hour rounds, and then they're not going to get around to finish the event. So they're pretty good. They put the pin positions in pretty fair places. They get us to keep the greens to sort of manageable speeds. We've got a lot of long rough on this golf course, so they have a lot of ball watchers, ball spotters, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's the slow play aspect is what they really look at.
Which is, I suppose, very similar to setting it up day to day then for you, because obviously getting people around a golf course in a decent time is quite an important part, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're here. We want enjoyable golf, and no one likes to slow round a golf. If we can make everyone's day a little bit more comfortable by having a quicker round, and it's good for everyone then.
So tell me about some of the changes that you've made to the golf course at recent times.
Yeah, so we've re-revetted a couple of bunkers on the 6th. There were 3 bunkers, we've taken one out, we've put them a little bit closer to the green, they're a little bit deeper, but fair. So yeah, that's our newest.
And revetting of bunkers, I mean, that's very much a linksy kind of style, isn't it? Is it something that you're trying to bring to the club, or is it something that's always been here? Or?
No, it's revetting lends itself to this kind of club because we're that sort of chalk down, and we're that sort of dry in the summer sort of feel. We feel that if we've got all the bunkers in the future, hopefully we'll be revetted the same way. So I think when they're all done, there's only 29 bunkers on the site. So we say let's make them a bit tougher than normal.
And revetting takes time, doesn't it, to manage that and rebuild them over a couple of years or whatever you've got to do with them. But what's the reason you would revet a bunker over, let's say, just sort of grassing it over?
So for us, we have a lot of run out and some washes from bunker sand. So being that hard in the summer, and then when we get the heavy rains, we get less washout with a revetted bunker. Okay. And like I say, because there's only 30 or 29 bunkers on the site, they are a little bit tougher than a normal bunker.
Now this golf course historically has attracted very good players, Tyrrell Hatton being one of them. You were saying earlier that Luke Donald's brother was pro here, and Luke certainly used to come up here and do a bit of practice. What is it? What's this place all about, and why does it attract these types of players? I'm
not sure. We've got several sort of plus handicap players here at the moment. We've got Talia that's I think she's playing off +4 at the moment. She's playing England ladies. I don't know whether it's the area or maybe it's we've got the sort of the security round that just makes it a little bit more to that kind of player. I don't know. It's nice to have though. It's good as a greenkeeper to have people that are good at the game playing a course.
And Tyrrell himself, he must visit here quite a bit. I see his parking space is still there in the car park. He obviously pops up every now and then when he's back. Yeah,
Tyrrell does come back. He has his junior masters here in I think it's early October this year. He's he comes back and sees his friends that he used to play with when he was a lot younger here. now he's an all-round good guy, so we look forward to seeing him when he comes back.
And do you think it's good for clubs to have a role model and an ambassador like Tyrrell Hatton at their club?
Oh, definitely. I definitely think it's something good for a golf club to have. You know, everyone strives to be the best golfer, and when there's a very, very good golfer, you know, I'm not sure where he is, and he's you know, in the top 10 in the world, you know, it's going to make people want to come and play golf. So no, it's great for the club.
So Wilbur playing his first event around this golf course, any tips that you would suggest that he needs to focus on when he's out playing?
Well, the members always say that the ball roll always rolls down towards the Thames. So that's an old member's trait, so I always say that, so that's a good one to keep in the bag.
Yeah.
Now just stay out the long rough, stay on the short stuff, and yeah, grip it.
Favourite hole on the course?
My favourite hole is 7th, probably hardest hole. It is the hardest stroke index. Right. I think it's a lovely hole looking down the valley. You know, we've got several decent holes. Yeah, it's 7th is probably my favourite.
On the estate then, not just the golf course, obviously I've just driving around, I've seen all the lodges and everything that go with it. There's quite a bit here, isn't there?
Yes, yeah. No, it's sort of almost like it's almost lent itself to a leisure facility with the boats and the golf course. Yeah, no, it's a really nice estate, you know, in the Chiltern Hills.
So always good to catch up with any course manager, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, and Craig, such a nice guy, a nice guy. He's actually the son of one of the members here at Torquay, Dave Earnshaw, who's one of the older members of the club.
Early bird, isn't he?
One of the early birds. Yeah. So Craig is actually a local to Torbay or Torquay, but obviously
good friends with our
greenkeeper Jason Brooks, who you will have seen lots of Jason. But always nice to catch up with those guys. But what a place!
Yeah.
Oh, it's just stunning, isn't it?
I can't believe how relatively young the course is and how sort of mature.
It is.
Yeah, it's just
Well, it's been carved out of a mature forest. It's probably not a forest, but a mature. It's mature grounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is, with big trees. They've been able to, carve a fantastic golf course out of it.
Yeah.
But going on to the Europro and how he sets up that golf course,
that surprised me. But I don't know if it surprised anybody else. But it was just I would always expect the greens to be as quick as they could get them, the course as long as possible. Yeah. But it was completely the opposite. But it makes sense. Like when you think about they got that many players, they need to get them round. Yeah. You know, they're not trying to. I think in my opinion, a lot of tournaments I play in, some of the greenkeepers really try and trick the course up for their big opens, and it's almost like they don't want you to shoot a good score around there, or they don't, Whereas I feel like that's the way for a tournament to be. They want to have good scores. They want to see birdies, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely right, you do.
Yeah.
But I think because those greens are so undulating, they really are. Until you actually get on and putt on them and walk around them, there's so much break in them. That you couldn't put them that quick.
And I guess as well with the weather at the moment, it's so
you get a bit
different.
of breeze.
I mean, we had dry April, as you know. We had no rain, did we, down here? It was very dry, bone hard. Nothing was growing because the temperatures were so low. Yeah. And now we've come into a period of rain
Heavy
basically.
Rain, yeah.
We've had more rain one day than we normally get the whole of May. So I mean, it's just. Yeah, I mean, if they made the greens too quick and we did get 50-mile-an-hour winds, which we've been experiencing down here, the ball wouldn't stay on the green, would it?
It really wouldn't, no. So this week on the channel, as in where we are going to film, we're back at Ashbury.
We are, yeah.
So we're heading up there tomorrow to do some filming. It's actually the last course that we're going to do. It's the fourth course that we're going to be doing. We've got we've got another video which we're going to bring out around Ashbury and talking a little bit to Lee as well about what the facility has to offer for everybody that wants to go there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I always enjoy going up there.
Yeah,
so it should be
always
fun.
Get a warm welcome. It'd be nice as well because some restrictions have lifted. We can go inside now. Last time we went up there a couple of weeks ago, we weren't allowed obviously into the building as such. So we better sort of go in and get a bit of the Ashbury experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
See Pete as well.
Pete the tweeter, We're also, though, before we tee off, or maybe after we've finished, I'm not sure how it's going to work with times, we're actually going to do a little fitting for Jordan. Yeah. Now, at Torquay, we don't have a vast amount of clubs to actually fit with. We deal with Titleist, we deal with Cobra, we deal with Wilson, we can do a little bit of ping. But Lee has got everything there.
Yeah.
So Jordan's going to test out a few different types of drivers.
Yeah.
See what works for him, and we'll obviously do a bit of filming around that as well. So that should be quite good. Should be quite good. Now I have something else for us. In fact, not for us. That's for them. That's for them. So.
Oh, I got excited then. Nothing to do with me. Brilliant.
So this year we've teamed up with Exclusive Golf and Travel, and you guys may have seen it. It's an online publication, and the guys
we've been in it.
We've been in it, and we talked about it some time ago. Now the idea was that we were going to be heading off to some of their locations to do some filming at some of their golf resorts that they work with.
Yeah.
However, because of what's been going on, we've been unable to travel and do anything. But that will happen. So our friends at Exclusive Golf and Travel have given us the opportunity to talk to the audience about a giveaway.
We love a giveaway, don't we?
We do love a giveaway.
We love a freebie on this channel.
Now, what they've talked about is that they are doing a competition to win a luxury golf break for 2 people to Verdura Resort in Sicily.
Oh, nice.
Okay, for 2 people.
Us. Can we win our own prize?
I think we can.
Cool.
Now, I will put a little link in our description of where you can go and enter this competition. So it's for 2 people. You enter the competition, and obviously they will do a random draw of some sort. I don't know how they're going to be doing it, but they'll do a random draw of which 2 people will win that trip. Now, this is like a properly luxury. It's the #1 rated resort, I think, in Italy. So it will be pretty special. So if you want a chance to win that, head down into the description of this video. There'll be a link in there. Click on that, head on through, and you can enter the competition to win.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Good luck to you. All right, make sure you enter under a different name.
Cool.
All right.
Be a good prize to win, that.
That'll be a fantastic prize to win.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a little giveaway, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Of some sort of competition, win something. It's always quite nice. But I think that's it for this week. And you will have noticed there have been some little birthday shout-outs in the ticker bar below.
I was getting quite a few through, unless it's now I've decided we're going to do the ticker bar for birthday shout-outs, because there's quite a few coming through. Unless you've got a funny story, or you want to shout out for something that's slightly different, maybe just a normal birthday shout out just doesn't do it for us now.
Cool, that's cut deep. There's just lots of shout outs.
I did quite a few last week, and then we had a few comments, people saying it's not a birthday show and stuff like that. So we're just going to take the ticker bar with people's, if you want to shout out to anybody, if you want a birthday shout out, that will stay on for a few more weeks.
We might select a few special ones.
Yeah.
There's a few special ones we might shout those out.
Like a big birthday, so just not a regular birthday.
No, not a regular one that we've missed the date on anyway. It's a week late because you've missed it, Anyway, with that note, we'll end the show, and hope you have a great weekend and enjoy Harleyford Golf Club this week. I think you'll love it. And if you're going to be watching the PGA Championships, enjoy that as well. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
We'll find out next week.
Rory McIlroy. It's got to be Rory McIlroy. He's on it.
He's not playing.
Is he not?
I don't know.
See you later.